my gosh. I'm on to my last bite, and I can confidently say this is now my new favorite recipe by far. I'm literally speechless. I'll end it here, my last meal on my cut. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. It's Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we've got another full day of eating, but first things first, it is my last day on a cut. So I am very excited that after today, I'll be refueling my body, filling back up with fuel. If you can see, my hat has a taco on it because I literally have food on my mind 24/7 at this point. All I can think about are the foods I'm gonna eat once I'm off this cut. Regardless, I just want to check with you guys before I do my fasted cardio. It's something I've been doing every morning for about 40 to 45 minutes the last 2 weeks to really help use cardio as a tool to enter a bigger deficit while trying to eat a little bit more or just not eating any less and continuing to lose fat. So first things first, I'm gonna hop on the bike, get nice and sweaty, and I'll check in with you guys at meal number 1. Also, a quick physique check in the morning. Definitely feeling flat. On your cut, you get leaner, but you also get like flatter. You need carbs and fuel to kind of fill your body up. That's another thing where your best physique won't be the day or the last day of your cut. It'll actually be a couple days after, once your body has kind of had that fuel like drained. You're like a sponge. So once you actually give it some food, you'll kind of fill back up and you'll look even better 3 or 4 days after your cut. That's why a lot of bodybuilders have something called their peak week, where they actually reintroduce more and more food to look better. But regardless, I'm gonna talk about my whole cut experience, all 3 months, the downsides, pros, the cons, how my cut went, what I do differently, all in another video. So stay tuned for that, but today is gonna be a full day of eating. Our fasted cardio is done. Got a nice sweat on. The hat had to come off. It got a little too sweaty, but we're gonna make an apple pie French toast casserole type thing. So I'll read out the ingredients first. Slightly different than the other casserole I made the other day, the blueberry one, but we're gonna use 4 slices of bread, which will probably come out to be about 85 to 90 grams of bread, 200 grams of egg whites, 80 grams of almond milk, 20 grams of protein powder, 15 grams of sugar-free syrup, 5 grams of vanilla extract, 5 grams of cinnamon, 5 grams of 0-calorie sweetener, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then a little bit of salt. Also, the secret ingredient is this no sugar added applesauce. It's gonna keep the pie cake casserole thing nice and moist. So we're gonna add 1 thing of applesauce, and then of course, an apple pie is not complete without 1 cut up apple. First things first, I'm gonna get all those ingredients in here, and then yeah, we're gonna put it in our dish and cook it. Before I do all this though, let's preheat the oven to 450. We've got our nice mushy batter now, just need to cut up the apple. Now we've got our full apple cut up, Honey Crisp. I said it once, I'll say it again, Honey Crisp apples are by far the best apple. Throw that in. Throw our apples into our mixture, give that a nice stir. Make sure everything's nice and combined. And then the last thing, we just need to throw it in our baking tin and throw that with a little bit of olive oil spray. Got our tin covered in olive oil spray. Next thing, we just gotta add our mixture. A little bit more of a mix, just make sure it's all combined. There is our final product. So now we're gonna throw this in the oven at 450 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Should come out perfect. I say check it at 20. If it needs a little bit longer, wait till 25. Our apple pie French toast casserole deliciousness cake is now in the oven. Last thing we need to do is just make our frosting. So we're gonna use 50 grams of Greek yogurt and 30 grams of sugar-free syrup. We're gonna mix this up really well, and then we're gonna let this sit in the fridge for the 20 minutes when the apple pie, French toast casserole, whatever you wanna call it, thing is cooking. So it kind of becomes more of a frosting and it kind of gets a little bit more congealed. But yeah, go ahead and mix that up and throw it in your fridge.
Oh my gosh.
That looks absolutely phenomenal. I am super happy with how that came out. So we're gonna set this aside, let it cool for probably 5 to 6 minutes, add the frosting on top, and then we will be feasting. Now it's time to top it with our frosting. This has been in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and you can see it thickened up pretty nice. So this is what we're using to top our, once again, I don't know what to call it, apple pie French toast casserole cake.
there we have it, our final product. I mean, that just looks so damn good. The time has come to feast. It's a little bit longer process to make, yes, but by the time you're done making it, it is worth it. You can smell the cinnamon, apples. It's so good, and I'm absolutely starving. So we're gonna dig into this. First bite. We got an apple in that. It is so good. Holy crap. Literally tastes like an apple pie cake. Also, I think this might dethrone the blueberry casserole I made the other day. One, the applesauce makes it taste way more moist. And two, I think I might like apples a little bit more than blueberries. I'm biased in that regard, but without further ado, I'll go ahead and read you guys the macros for this entire dish real quick. They are unbelievable. So, for this entire dish, it is 586 calories. Only 586 for this entire thing. It is 97 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 47 grams of protein. That is ridiculous. It is so good, extremely filling. It is literally like cake and dessert for breakfast. I'm literally probably going to eat this in my bulk. But real quick, I'm gonna take you guys, I'm just gonna show you a cross section. I'm on my last bite, and I can confidently say this is now my new favorite recipe by far. It is packed, absolutely packed with flavor. It is an apple pie, but the highest protein and lowest calories you can think of. Other than that, I will probably make this again, but maybe like do like a dessert twist, do like chocolate, marshmallows, and maybe top it with some Halo Top ice cream or something. I think that would be absolutely delicious. This tastes like a dessert in and of itself regardless. I'm gonna go ahead, let this settle, digest for about an hour, go hit some legs at the gym, and I'll see you guys at meal number 2. We've got some healthy buffalo chicken sandwiches. Just got back from the gym, had a killer leg day. We're now going to be making our ground chicken burgers or buffalo chicken sandwiches, whatever you wanna think about it. But we're gonna be using some ground chicken. We're using half of this pack. The pack is a pound. We're gonna be using half of it, which is 8 ounces. Then we're gonna add 1 egg and some panko breadcrumbs to that mix. Just 10 grams of panko breadcrumbs. The panko breadcrumbs and the egg are gonna help the patty stay together and in form of a burger. We're gonna be adding some Cholula hot sauce into the patty mix, give it a little spice, make it that spicy chicken that we want. Then we're gonna add lettuce on top, and we've got a little bit of pepper jack cheese and our brioche buns. So first things first, we're gonna take our ground chicken, get out 8 ounces. Also, we're gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Other 3 seasonings we're gonna use is some paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. Now we're gonna get in there with our hands and really mix it all up real well. Don't be afraid, it's gonna be gooey, it's gonna be kind of gross, but you gotta do it. Once your ground chicken's nice and mixed up with the seasonings, we're gonna head over to the stove and create 2 patties. We've got our 2 chicken patties, we've got our pan nice and warm. We're gonna hit that with some nonstick, just like that. And now we're gonna put the 2 patties on and go nice and press down. We stuck the spatula, I thought it was because of the holes, so I tried a new one, but we just got 2 spatulas dirty, whatever. Now we're gonna let these cook for about 3 to 5 minutes aside, flip them once, 3 to 5 minutes, and then they're done. It's been about 3.5 minutes. You can tell when you should flip them, when you kind of can see that they're cooking along the edges and it starts to come up along the side. So we're gonna give these a quick flip. Boom. That's what they're looking like, pretty good right now. Give them 3 minutes on this side. We're gonna add some cheese on top in a minute, toast our buns, and we'll be golden. We're gonna be adding 2 slices of this pepper jack cheese. It is 80 calories a slice. If you want to go low calorie, take 1 slice, split it between the 2.
but we're gonna be using 1 per patty. Our chicken patties are done cooking. We're gonna take them off the pan, add our buns, toast those on both sides, and then plate it. There we go, but we're not done yet. Like any great sandwich, the toppings are also super important. We've got some buffalo chicken sandwiches right here. Of course, the cheese is nice and melty. I mean, oh my gosh, look at that. That looks so good. But we're gonna top it off with a little bit of shredded lettuce. Also, you can see I have a cucumber on here, and then a hint, just a little bit, of fat-free ranch. Oops, I should not have put those buns on. Now the cheese is sticking to the buns. Whatever, we're gonna make it work. And just a little bit of fat-free ranch. Let me show you guys this masterpiece we have. We've got our cucumber, our 2 chicken patties, lettuce on top, pepper jack cheese, and just a little bit of fat-free ranch. You can see this is about to be amazing. So we gotta top these off. I mean, these are absolutely massive. All right, first things first, read off the macros before I forget like last time. So for both sandwiches, including the ground chicken, eggs, pepper jack slices, brioche buns, lettuce, Cholula hot sauce, panko breadcrumbs, and fat-free ranch, it is 826 calories for both of them, 65 carbs, 29 fat, and 79 grams of protein. If you want to take that, cut everything in half. If you want to just do one sandwich, so that'd be what? 413 calories per sandwich, about 32 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, and 40 grams of protein. But I am super pumped to give these a try. We'll do a 1-bite test. I'm literally speechless. These are so good. It is literally just ground turkey breadcrumbs and an egg. This is phenomenal, and compared to a spicy chicken sandwich at a restaurant, it's probably got half the fat, double the protein, and half the calories as a whole. I'm having 2 of these for like 800 calories. 80 grams of protein. There's a cross section right there. Damn, these are so good. Highly recommend making these. Basically like a chicken smash burger. All right, I'm gonna shut up and eat. I'm gonna dig into this second sandwich, and I'll see you guys at meal number 3. I almost wanted to remake the chicken burgers that I made earlier, but we're gonna stick with the plan and go with some chicken Parmesan. It's gonna be super easy. It's 3 ingredients: chicken thighs, some cheese, and some sauce. So the cheese is this pizza blend from Kroger. It includes mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan. Sounds super good, haven't tried it before. And then this lower calorie Prego. It is 45 calories per serving or per half cup. So we're gonna use this to top it off. First things first, we're gonna measure our chicken thighs. We get 8 ounces. And the last 2 things, we're gonna add a little bit of chili powder for some heat. And then this Lay's seasoning, super simple, in the air fryer, 375 for 12 minutes, flip halfway. And yeah, we're done. We have our 8 ounces of chicken thighs nicely seasoned. Preheat the air fryer, 375, 12 minutes, flip halfway. While our chicken's in the air fryer, we'll quickly measure out our 1 serving of low-calorie sauce and 1.5 servings of our cheese. Now we just wait for our chicken thighs to be done, add a little bit of cheese and the sauce on top of the chicken thighs, and then back in the air fryer for those to melt. Alrighty, so our chicken thighs are done in the air fryer. Next we're gonna top the cheese and sauce on top of these chicken thighs and throw it back in the air fryer, 375 for another 3 minutes. Time has come for our final meal, chicken Parmesan. Looks absolutely delicious. The cheese, sauce, melted over the chicken thighs in the air fryer. Tastes delicious. We'll go to the macros real quick. So for this entire meal, it is 480 calories for the chicken thighs, sauce, and cheese. It is 13 grams of carbs, 25 grams of fat, and 56 grams of protein. This is also my last meal of my cut. I just thought about that. That's crazy. Who would have thought my last meal on a cut, a 12-week, fairly restrictive, I'd say somewhat successful cut, would be chicken Parmesan.
I didn't, but hey, you can make things work real quick. Love a Diet Coke as well. I will say the thing that this dish is missing is a big helping of pasta. That'll come. I don't eat chicken thighs very often, but I think I might start, especially on my bulk. Chicken breast gets so bland sometimes. I think chicken thighs might be the move. Well, that is actually absolutely delicious. I'll be making this a ton on my lean bulk. It's healthy, high in protein, relatively low in calories. And then I just need to add some carbs to it, and we've got a very healthy, full meal. Without further ado, I'll finish my meal. Quickly go over the macros for today as a whole. So today as a whole, last day on my cut, we had a total of 1,892 calories, 174 grams of carbs, 58 grams of fat, and 182 grams of protein. Pretty decent macros. Overall, very satisfied. This meal, all the meals today were actually really good. But I'll end it here. My last meal on my cut. Dang. I've got a big video coming in about 2 weeks. Other than that, thanks for tuning, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.